building, heard the noise.
Oh my God.
What?
You ought to see it. This plant is going to be shut down.
Yeah, like it's pretty much completely destroyed. That's what I would call it. Yeah. Anyhow, all right, I'm gonna get off here. Try to get out here and head back to the house. All right, later.
A violent tornado-producing storm struck Mineral Wells, Texas, leaving widespread structural destruction across the city. Buildings were torn apart, infrastructure crippled, and large sections of the community heavily damaged by extreme winds forces. Industrial zones suffered catastrophic losses as warehouses collapsed and metal structures twisted beyond recognition. Entire facilities were flattened, roofs vanished, and heavy equipment scattered, leaving key employment centers completely inoperable after the storm passed.
Son, the whole place, my dad's work is destroyed. Look at the water pipe, busted, just blowing water out everywhere. Y'all pray for everybody in Mineral Wells, Texas, guys. It's crazy out here right now.
Large warehouse complexes were reduced to piles of rubble, with structural frames bent and broken. The scale of damage suggested extreme wind intensity concentrated in key industrial corridors across the most heavily impacted sections. Debris fields stretched across roads and open areas, with massive sheets of metal wrapped around poles. Power lines were brought down, creating hazardous conditions and isolating parts of the city from essential services. Residential districts experienced extensive destruction as homes lost roofs or collapsed entirely. Streets were covered in debris, and many properties were left structurally unsafe, forcing families to abandon their damaged houses.
Some more metal right there. I mean, that's just, look at that. Man, the backyard.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it knocked all the shingles in the back.
Huh?
All the shingles on the back side of the house are gone.
Oh my God!
Dude, that just flattened that whole block. That was an EO3, I bet you.
Entire neighborhoods showed signs of violent wind impact, with trees uprooted and scattered across roads. Utility poles leaned or snapped, while personal belongings were thrown far from homes, highlighting the storm's intense force. Several houses and nearby businesses were left beyond repair, with interiors exposed to the elements. Damage extended across multiple areas, leaving long stretches of communities uninhabitable and in urgent need of rebuilding. Infrastructure damage severely affected transportation routes as highways and local roads became blocked by debris. Emergency vehicles struggled to navigate through impacted zones due to dangerous obstructions and unstable structures. Industrial equipment and HVAC systems were heavily damaged or destroyed, adding to the scale of financial losses. Twisted metal and broken machinery filled impacted sites, complicating recovery and cleanup operations.
We're trying to figure out.
Yeah.
You think there's always one person around here? Look at that looks like I can't see. My God.
The storm left widespread power outages, with damaged lines cutting electricity to large sections of the city. Restoration efforts were slowed by debris and safety concerns in heavily affected zones. Major employers faced severe disruption as manufacturing sites were heavily damaged. Some facilities were rendered unusable, forcing shutdowns and creating immediate economic impacts across the local workforce and surrounding neighborhoods in the region. Commercial areas also faced significant losses, with storefronts damaged and buildings partially collapsed. Business operations were halted as structures became unsafe for entry or required major reconstruction. Public and private properties sustained heavy damage, with fences destroyed and vehicles impacted by flying debris. Many structures showed signs of severe stress, indicating powerful wind forces across multiple locations. Environmental damage was evident as trees were snapped or uprooted across large areas. Green spaces and residential yards were transformed into debris-filled zones, reflecting the tornado's destructive path. Debris cleanup became a major challenge as materials ranging from wood to steel covered vast areas. The sheer volume of destruction slowed early recovery efforts and required coordinated response operations. Across the city, the visible damage painted a picture of widespread devastation. From shattered homes to destroyed industrial facilities, the storm left lasting physical and economic impacts on the community.